All right, I guess we can get started. Okay, if you don't know me, my name is Callie Blake. I am an engagement associate here at Dark Sky, and I am so glad to see so many faces on the screen joining us for March's Advocate Action. So before we get started, I do want to mention some crucial things about Zoom, specifically its features. We have the chat feature. We have a translations features for those who do not speak English or would prefer to translate everything in their native language. We also have the Q&A feature where if you have any questions during the advocate action, you are more than free to put them in the Q&A feature or the chat. And we also have the captions function as well, which if you're anything like me, I tend to read and listen at the same time. So perfect. And you can find all of those at the bottom. If you need any help, just chat me and I'm more than welcome to point them out. So, hello. We have a few more people joining. Hello. So this March's Advocate Action is all about, well, IDSW, but specifically what our Bahrain advocates are doing in, well, Bahrain. We have Myriam, can you wave? And we have Danah as well. Hello. And they are from the Bahrain Stargazers Astronomy Society. Specifically, Myriam is the founder, which is amazing. So before I hand it on over to Myriam and Danah, I do also want to mention a few important links for IDSW, such as the website, which is now live and amazing. Our communications team did a fantastic job at designing it this year. We also have the proclamations template that you can find on the website itself or with the link that we're about to drop. Oh, Chris has already done it. Fantastic. Which will tell you all about proclamations, what they are, how to use them, and we have a template as well. If you don't feel like, well, creating one yourself, which why not? Also, we have the, oh my goodness, sorry, we have the pledge form as well, which is really an awesome way to get your friends and family involved who aren't, directly involved as an advocate with Dark Sky. It takes like 2 seconds to fill it out. It's I pledge to protect the night sky. And it's easily shareable. Once you fill out that form, you can send the direct link to whoever you choose. Also, another link is we do get a lot of questions about if this advocate action is going to be recorded, and it is. And once we get done filming, it will go up on our YouTube channel, which I will make sure to shout out in our Slack channel. So, and if you have any questions during, post, after, just put, email me at callie.blake@darksky.org, and I'll make sure to put that in the chat as well. So, all righty, Myriam, you can take it off.
Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Dark Sky International, for this opportunity. I'm really happy to be here to share with everyone our job here and what we do to the dark sky and what we have achieved so far. Let me just start sharing my presentation. Yeah, all right. So, Myriam Alqassab here. I'm from Bahrain. I'm the founder and president of Bahrain Stargazers Astronomy Club. I'm an astronomy communicator, IAU astronomy outreach coordinator, dark sky advocate, and I also astronomy educator. So I teach at schools sometimes whenever I'm free. So yeah, this is me. Let me introduce our club to everyone. I wanted to introduce our club because it means a lot to me and means a lot to our members. I cannot have any presentation without talking about them. So Bahrain Stargazers is a non-profit organization founded in November 2016. I decided to found this club when I had my first daughter. I was like, I can't just be a mom. I want to work, I want to do something. So started as a small group of astronomy enthusiasts who loves to talk about stars and dark sky and stuff. And then here we are now. We are the Stargazing Center for Astronomical Science. We have around 150 members. And we go by this motto, beyond the dark sky, and also turn off the light to turn on the stars. So I wouldn't be here without the hard job these members they put on every year. So big shout out to them. And we have Danah also here. So thank you. Basically, what do we do? Astronomy outreach activities, space outreach activities, and also light pollution. Outreach activities are meant to engage large audience because when I first started the club, I realized that we have lack of awareness in astronomy. And then it started that we noticed we don't have dark skies areas in Bahrain. And then we added the light pollution outreach activity. At the beginning, we were only doing astronomy and space outreach activities. But then when we started to share about the astrotourism, astro parties, and all of these activities, we noticed that we don't have pretty much dark areas where we can take the people outside and to enjoy the dark skies. So we decided in 2019 to add it to our plan. So let me also introduce Bahrain to those who are not familiar with it. It's a very small country in the Arabian Gulf. So this is Bahrain. It's next to Qatar and Saudi. Location Arabian Gulf, capital is Manama, population is around 1.5 million people. Very small country, and it's a very lovely, humble country. I advise everyone, please come and visit us. You will love it. So I'm traveling to Singapore next week. So I decided to do this comparison between Bahrain and Singapore. So basically, because Bahrain is very small, it's the third smallest country in Asia after the Maldives and Singapore. So I asked ChatGPT if which one is better, Bahrain or Singapore when it comes to light pollution. So they told me like, yeah, well, while Bahrain heavily light polluted in cities like Manama still has darker desert areas where stargazing is possible, unlike Singapore, Bahrain offers some remote locations with reduced artificial light, making it the better option for observing the night sky. Well, as you can see here, this is Bahrain. That's it, nothing else. This is Bahrain, and we don't have pretty much dark areas. I was a bit shocked with this info that I got from ChatGPT. I was like, where are these dark skies areas that they are mentioning that I don't know about? So later on, when I did more research, I noticed and I basically understood what they meant. We have areas, we have dark sky areas, but not everything is accessible. So there are very crucial points here. Bahrain has a small but well-occupied activity that we call it the military force, the Bahrain Defense Force. It is small but very strong. Strong alliance with the US and the Gulf Cooperation Council. We call it the GCC countries, basically all the Arabian countries in the Arabian Sea. And it has the Navy's Fifth Fleet in Bahrain. So all of these dark areas that ChatGPT mentioned are actually force military bases where actually we cannot go to. We tried, I don't know if you can see this island over here, a long time ago, maybe in 2017, we took our equipment, our telescopes and everything. We went there because it was dark. And then the military came to us with their jeeps. Like, what are you doing in this area? Get the hell out of here. So we were lucky nothing happened to us. But yeah, we came to realization that this area is not for us to stargaze. So yeah, this is Skhir area. We call it Skhir area. This is the darkest area so far in the main island, which is Bahrain. There is another island called Hiwar Island, which is this side. Oh, sorry, this side, near to Qatar. I'll talk about it later on. So what is the problem we have here? We have astronomy outreach club. we are advocating for dark skies. We are telling people that we'll take you to the dark skies areas where you can enjoy the sky and so on, but we don't have dark sky areas. We don't have dark sky in general. So we have light pollution. So what can I do? How can I fix this problem? In 2019, I decided to join the Dark Sky International, and thanks to COVID, it helped me to search more about organizations where they talk about light pollution, educate people about light pollution, and here I am. I'm part of the Dark Sky International, which I'm very proud of. After that, I was like, let's do something about it. I was very excited, to be honest. I was like, it's very easy. I can do it. Let's replace the street lights with shield smart LED lights. I want to do outdoor lighting laws. Let's have Hawar Island as a dark sky place, public awareness and education. That's so easy. But it wasn't easy. I came to realization that not each country works the same. Because Bahrain is too small, everything is under the government, everything is under the ministries. And in 2020, we had COVID, and it wasn't the right and ideal time where I can talk about light pollution. No one will give me the chance to talk about it at that time. So I spoke with a friend of mine who works in one of the ministries, and I told him, like, let's do this, let's do that, let's do that. He was like, chill. I know you want to do all of this, but it's not possible now because the government, the ministries, they already have a plan. You, as one of the public, coming to them, telling them, I want you to do this and this and that for the country, they might not take you seriously. So since you have the power for public awareness and education, work on what you have. Leave the big deal, leave the big projects for the government to do it. Well, since 2019 until 2025, did anything changed in Bahrain? Yes, we have improved in some areas, and in some areas we did not. Maybe it got even worse. But let me talk more about it. So Hawar Island, one of the islands that we used to enjoy. We used to take our members, the public, to this lovely island because it portal 4, where actually you can see the Milky Way. This is the Milky Way taken by one of astrophotographers in Bahrain. We were like, yes, I can go. I'll talk to them. I've had full plan from A to Z how to make Hawar Island a dark sky park at that time. So unfortunately, a new project came and they demolished the old hotel with a new hotel, and now is a tourist area and very luxurious hotel and very expensive hotel. Not everyone can afford it. And the problem with Hawar Island, it's a public area, but not everyone can go to. If you want to enjoy Hawar Island, you need to have a booking at that hotel. Otherwise, you cannot go just like that, because we have the military base in that island, also the hotel. So that's your only access to the island. So far, like since I think it stopped 2022, if I'm not mistaken, or 2023. So everything stopped. All the astrotourism activity we used to do, the astro party we used to do in on Hawar Island, stopped, waiting for this hotel to shine. But sadly, as I told you, it's very expensive. No one can go to now. So I'll leave it as is. We'll think of the future collaboration. Maybe in the future we might change. They might change. Well, they promote themselves as an eco hotel. So we will see if anything happens in the future. But so far, Hawar Island also is not accessible for everyone. So I decided to focus on the things that I actually can, which is outreach and education. Since I'm an astronomy outreach coordinator for the IU and astronomy communicator for the public, this is basically what I do. I go to schools, after the schools. We collaborate with schools, we collaborate with universities, and we give them after school activities, mostly to the kids. This is the latest activity that I did with the Scouts. And it was 2 months visits to their school, and we taught them about light pollution and water scale. Now, not everyone familiar here in Bahrain about what is water scale. So we came up with this activity for the kids to teach them what is 1, 2, 3, 4 by just uh, layering, I don't know what is it called, the laminating paper on top of each other.
Mentioned that we did a festival for basically education and awareness. We did an astronomy festival at the end of 2024, which is basically around the time that I joined. And we spoke to, let's say, around 300 people. Several of them, we've written down the names of those who are interested in basically learning more about light pollution, furthering the cause. And it was my first participation with Bahrain Stargazers as well at that time. If you all just will give me a second to restart this so I can share a document or get Myriam back on track. Okay. Presenting. Right, so this is my intro slide. So my name is Danah. I've joined Bahrain Stargazers last year. My first event, as I just said, was last year with them as well. And my background is in information security research. So I've always had an interest in astronomy and the stars in the night sky, as it were, but I've never pursued it that deeply. Now, the initiatives part of like to continue on what Myriam was talking about, we were talking about education, awareness, community engagement, that kind of thing. So a big part of it is really stories. So one of the oldest surviving written stories is the Epic of Gilgamesh. And if you're familiar with the epic, Gilgamesh basically goes to the land of eternal life, which happens to be Dilmun, which is modern day Bahrain. This is unrelated historical factoids, but I thought it would be a fun Easter egg. Now, this story is around, say, 4,000 years old. And what I want us to take away from this is that humans have been forever telling stories, and even further back than this story. This is just the oldest surviving written story. There are definitely older ones, but people tell stories, and it's like an innate part of how we are as human beings. So this is a Sumerian one, but if we think of stories in general, like why should we care about a story? You'll find that if you're an anthropologist, you'll care about stories because stories impart history, folklore, that kind of thing. And a whole culture can be passed down just through oral storytelling, even the ones that weren't writing down a lot. You'll find that also one of the first activities that you do if you have kids or if you are working with kids is that you tell them stories, because it's an easier way of passing down things, instructions, rather than just telling them, do this, don't do that. As a more authoritarian form, you can just show them that this is what happens when this happens, or this is the background behind this other thing. And it's a lot easier and more engaging to remember as well. You'll also find a lot of creation stories, like I forgot which mythos it was that would say that the earth is stacked on a bunch of turtles. I think that's from, I'm familiar with that one from a science fiction book, but different cultures also give meaning to the world in different ways through their stories. And then you'll find, in the modern sense, I made the point here, building communities. The most modern example of this is having fandoms around a work of fiction. So you'll find people clustering around a movie or clustering around a book series. So that shows you part of the power stories. But the most important one that we at Stargazers Bahrain, or we as activists, should care about is inspiring action. So if you watch documentaries, you might be familiar with the one about orcas. Not just the orcas one, but basically activist movements in themselves, they tell stories. And those stories maybe possibly try to inspire or move people to action. And then you have a whole movement catalyzed and then passing on those same stories. So what we aim to do, or rather the story of how I met Myriam, is despite this interest in astronomy remaining dormant for a long time, I happened to move within the last 2 years to an area much like this. This is not outside my house, but it's a similar situation because I have a football field outside here. And I was looking at different ordinances, different legislations that I could tap into to change the situation because I was not really able to sleep. Like to now, if I turn around my camera, you'll see there's a bunch of blackout curtains on at all times. But the only thing that I could find about light pollution in Bahrain was the interview between Dark Sky International and Myriam, which is how we met. So that's a story. Now, to take this personal experience and what I could do with it, other than participating in those engagement events, awareness, etc., we at the club decided that we should basically try to make people talk about this problem more. So we set up an initiative for basically Stargazers Bookshelf. This is one of the stories that we have. It's called Khermes. Khermes means darkness. And then, well, we basically wrote stories about, this one is about light pollution. There's a few others about astronomy, the stars, different things. And you could flip through them as if it were an actual book. It's hosted online. This one is kind of based on a true story, ripped from the headlines. But this is what the members have contributed so far. And you can see we've got one in Arabic, a few in English, actually 2 in Arabic. And we'd like this to be more of a community effort. So we're reaching out to teachers, students, educators, anyone who has a story that they would like to tell about their relationship to the sky, about light pollution, and hopefully to also use these stories in the workshops or events or like awareness sessions that we're planning on for the next year. So if anyone attending this has a story or would like to tell a story, we'd love to hear them, we'd love to share them. Just reach out to this email. I'll send it in the chat now, just in case.
Awesome. Thanks, Donna. That was awesome. I've actually never heard about the turtles stacking on one another, so I definitely love to read that story. Alrighty. So
I think
now,
Terry Pratchett, by the way.
wait, say that again, Donna. Sorry.
It's fine. I think it's from a Terry Pratchett book. I'm forgetting which exact book, but if I remember, I'll send it to you.
That'd be great. Thanks. Oh, it looks like Miriam's back. Oh,
Hi. I'm really sorry. My internet just decided to shut off completely. So I'm sorry. I had to restart it.
no worries. Do you want to pick up where you left off? Donna did.
She's finished already. Yeah. Awesome.
All right, perfect. I was just checking.
All right. So yeah, I will do it very fast. I'm sorry about that again. Let me just share again. So I was saying we have these activities for the kids, and we try our best to visit the school festivals. We had one of the festivals we had last month was at Hawar School, and as you can see here, we try our best to put light pollution in each activity we do. And here Danah also shared, she was organizing or managing the dark sky table at the first astronomy festival in Bahrain. She did pretty well. We had a table full with light bulb. She taught them about which bulb to use and whatnot. And we had the Dark Sky International's brochures translated in Arabic. And we also did the portal scale, and we shared it with everyone who came and visit Danah's table. Not only this, we also push our students and our members to talk during any conferences, any competitions. We have here one of our member also, Sanj. She spoke about light pollution during the IAU Dark Sky workshop, Dark Sky Ambassadors workshop, and she shared with everyone her story about light pollution, how she came to know about light pollution, and what she's trying to do during her memberships with the Bahrain Stargazers. Not only this, not only school and universities activities, we also do the public awareness through the seminars and campaigns. Our approach is a bit different. So in during the Light and Astronomy workshop, this is every May, the IU celebrates the Light and Astronomy workshop. People who does this kind of workshop, they talk about how good light, natural light to the people. Well, for us, we talk about light pollution. So we try to play the tables with it. So we talk about light pollution and what you should do, how you can join our group, and how you can preserve the dark sky by only switching off your lights, shielding your lights, doing small efforts only. Every year also we participate with the Earth Day, April. Not only Earth Day and Earth Hour. Sadly, I can't add all the videos we did. We collaborated also with IKEA, and because IKEA has this bulbs where you can dim them, automatic dims. I don't know what they call them, but we did this collaboration with IKEA. We have this lovely videos of our members talking about which bulb to pick from IKEA. And also we did the Earth Hour every year, where they can talk about light pollution. We try to involve them as much as we can in social media. So social media is our power as well. Also, I tried my best to pave my way to the Light Talks. This is a conference happens every year in Dubai. It's a conference where all the light engineers comes and they show off their lights and light designs and what they're doing to the buildings and the facades lights and so on. But I came there and I was talking about light pollution to them. So I was like it was a bit awkward for me and for them, but we did it. I did it. In 2023, I was able to talk and present my light pollution slides, but in 2024 I was only attendees. But I think we did great because I collaborated also with some of the light designs, and I get to know a lot of designers who are trying their best in the Arab region, not only in Dubai only, not only in Dubai, I mean, also in Kuwait, Bahrain, Oman. Also, we have from Iran, some of the light designers were participating as well. So it is a good opportunity to communicate and to just be friendly with them by going to light talks. I know some of our approach is a bit different than others, but I like to find the gap or the void in everything where I can involve dark sky advocates and activities. During the Earth Hour, we usually do also beach cleanup. And this is what we did. This is, I think, 2023. Our members went to one of the beach. We cleaned the beach and we stayed until the sunset, where we can advocate about light hours and ask people to turn off their lights. Not only that, during the summer activities, summer holiday, we have the Stargazers summer camp, online summer camp. We teach them about mostly astronomy, but we have only one day for light pollution. And this is from last year. Our members also participated in Globe at Night. Globe at Night, we usually do it during each astro party we do. not only in English and in Arabic as well. This is one of the initiatives we've done in 2021. We spoke about the light pollution in the Arab region, and this was during 100 hours of astronomy activities. These are some of the pictures I decided to share with everyone because I want you to see our astro parties and how do we celebrate the dark skies. As you can see, it's not pretty much dark. It's not dark at all. You have the city over here. This is Manama. This is the only public area where people can actually enjoy the dark sky. It's not dark at all because we have also the weather. Usually humid, during the winter cloudy, dusty, but we try our best not to cancel, not to postpone our activities. We just go and we hang out, we talk about things, astronomy included, light pollution. We bring our telescopes with us only just in case maybe we'll get lucky, we'll have a window of maybe 5 minutes window to observe the stars, but that's not bad at all. A lot of people were disappointed at the beginning when they joined Bahrain Stargazers because they thought they're gonna observe the sky where they can see nebulas, deep sky objects, and all of that of the Milky Way, they thought. But unfortunately, that's not the reality. This is our reality, as you can see over here. But we don't stop. No matter what, we always do it. So the idea is bring the people, bring the public to the light polluted area and let them understand that effect. Because if I will go outside and tell people that Bahrain is affected by light pollution, they might not feel it, they might not understand how bad it is. But when you bring them together here in an area where you tell them that, oh, you can actually see the stars, but you cannot see anything except Sirius or Betelgeuse or the most brightest stars. Despite of all of this, we still enjoy it. We still learn from it. We try our best to do it every month. I think our lovely Danah spoke about this initiative already, the Stargazers Bookshelf. This is one of the latest activities we're doing. It's not published yet to the public because we are trying to collect more stories. The idea is just to have an open platform to everyone, free of charge, because astronomy books, space books, all of these stories, bedtime storybooks may be expensive for some of the parents. I'm a parent, and usually I spend around $10 on a book. This is the cheapest book, but that's not everyone can afford that. Some of the families want to read astronomy, space related stories to their kids without any fees. So we're trying our best to have such an open platform to the public. And then we have Hermes, which Danah already spoke about. One of the stories about light pollution, and we hope to have more in the future. That's for me. Thank you, everyone. And I'm really sorry about the disconnection. And let's also not forget about our activities we're trying to implement during the Dark Sky Week. I did not talk about it much because usually this is what we do during the Dark Sky Week. Activities to the public, activities to the school or university, and we will publish the Stargazers Bookshelf. Thank you so much.
I figure people cannot hear me clapping, but I was clapping. Awesome. Thanks, Myriam. All right. Well, we've got a few questions that either Myriam you can answer or Danah you can answer. But our first is, who did you say does the art for the stories?
Danah should speak about her story, maybe, because we have a conflict about the art.
Yeah, we did. So we're trying to meet a deadline, and I take forever to draw things because perfectionism. So Myriam went ahead and created some lovely AI-generated art with prompts. So I think we'll keep it for this one. But for the future ones, maybe more hands-on stuff.
The reason why we went through with the AI, because we're trying to have a project where it costs us nothing, costs us zero amount. And if I'm gonna ask a painter, someone to paint some, or draw some artwork for me, it's gonna cost us also money. So we're doing these lovely AI, what's it called, artwork, totally for free. So that's the main idea. And I think they look cool, but Dana has different opinion.
They do look cool. The only thing is, it's the human art has a different touch, but I'm biased, so it's fine.
Awesome. All right. Our next question is, which strategy have you found to be the most effective in raising awareness for light pollution? Seminars, storytelling, social media?
Well, for us, I think social media is very good. This is our power. But also the school activities that we do, after school activities. Because usually when I bring light pollution to the students, is always, oh, they go like, oh, they've heard about so many pollutions, but it's like something totally new for them. So, and I like to talk about something new. I like to educate about something new to them. It's not new to me, but it's new to them, then I'll be happy. So that's what's engaged them, especially teenagers. Surprisingly, teenagers. I see them a bit hard to deal with, but when we bring light pollution subject, they get excited about it, and then they talk about their project at home and how we can change the light. And believe it or not, sometimes I get so hard on myself. I go like, we're not doing enough, we're not doing enough, we're not doing enough. But when I go to schools and I meet up with random people, they come to me. I was like, yeah, we saw you at this festival and this festival. You know, I'm deciding to change this light and at my house, my outdoor lighting, to different bulbs. And I go like, thank you. Thank you, I'm doing something. So especially the festival we did back in November, a lot of people approached Dana, and she did an amazing job. She walked them through all of the light pollution and what bulbs to use for your outdoors. So it was pretty much achievements for us.
I'll pick up Chris's question about ages. So in that festival that Mariam has just mentioned, I've seen kids that seem to be like 5 to teenagers to high schoolers. It's all ages, really.
Nice. Another question was, do you have any advice on collaborating with other organizations or partnering with larger companies like IKEA that you mentioned?
Well, IKEA idea was a totally random for us. I went to IKEA to pick a bulb, and then I saw one of my friends work there, and I was like, how about we do a collaboration? He's like, okay, but what kind of collaboration you want to do? I was like, I'll just bring my people with here. Before the opening hours, we'll just go and we'll film. I was like, it's gonna be loud. I was like, I don't care. It's okay. We'll just go. We'll pick up the lights. We'll talk about it, and we will teach people. That's it. That's it. You don't want any money? No, for free. Okay. So it happens very quickly. But with other organizations, I usually collaborate with the IAU Dark Sky Ambassadors because they, as I mentioned, the lights workshops they do every May. So this is basically what we do with the IAU. Here in Bahrain, we don't have other organizations who are interested in light pollutions because right now they're changing the street light. A lot of street light happened to be changed to LED because we had the sodium lights. Now they're changing them to the LED. Not perfect, but they're doing something to preserve at least energy. So we are leaving that to the government, as I said. But other than that, these are the collaboration we are doing aside of schools and centers. We have here also the Science Center in Bahrain and also the Astronomical Society, we collaborate with the Astronomical Society to give seminars and talks. So if you, I believe in the US or different countries, there are so many astronomical societies. In Bahrain, we have only one, with the Bahrain Stargazers, of course.
Wow. Another question. We have quite a few. One moment. Another one was, how do you address people's expectations of what it's really like to stargaze, like you mentioned in Bahrain and the weather, with what they see online?
That was the struggle for us at the beginning when we established Bahrain Stargazers, because people, especially kids, students, think that they're gonna see the Milky Way, they're gonna see nebulas with all the colors and all the glorious of the clusters, stars all over. But when we go and put our Gibsonian telescopes and then we show them the nebula, the Orion Nebula, they go like, "That's it?" I was like, "I can't see anything. It's gray. It's a cloud." So at the beginning, yeah, we were struggling, but then we had a different approach, which is teach them about what astrophotography. So astrophotography is different. With your eye observing through the telescopes is different. To get those lovely pictures and filters, you need to be astrophotographers. You need to layer pictures and filters and so on. So not everything is gonna look perfect. But what's more important with eye observation is like you are observing the object like live. That's what's mostly important. But I also love their first impression. It's every time I see them and looking at Saturn, for example, or Jupiter, they go like, wow. Their wow is enough for me. I clap myself inside. So this is what's important for us, because we teach them also about deep skies, and deep sky objects are not always magnificent to see through telescopes, especially if you don't have a big telescope, only 4-inch or 6-inch telescopes. You're not going to see much with the light pollution. But we have also other activities we did before to Saudi. We did 2 trips to Saudi only. Here they can compare. Here they can see the difference between Bahrain sky and Saudi sky, and then they understand the difference between 2 countries. I hope I answered the question.
Yeah, I think that was great. And then last but not least, can you suggest some books that introduce the historical constellations and star lore from your regional cultures?
I'll leave that to Dana. Maybe she wants to answer. But for me, I have my mostly lovely books are in Arabic, and they're written by an Bahraini astronomer, Dr. Shawqi Dildal. So I don't think I can have. I don't read much English books when it comes to astronomy, because I try to educate myself more about the Arabic constellation names, because we are very used to the English constellation star names, while we have actually Arabic names to them. So I feel like I'm abandoning that Arabic names. For me, it is local books by Dr. Shawqi Dildal. I don't know if Dana would like to share some of her books.
As I read this question, I was actually going to ask you if he has an English translation. I'm gonna guess no, but there is one Kuwaiti astronomer called Al-Ajeri who has been, so basically what we follow historically, like the Hijri calendar is based on a lunar cycle rather than the solar calendar. It's not like Gregorian. That person has passed away and has basically published predictions of when each month is going to be. Like for example, this Ramadan, he has predicted it since before he passed, and it has been so far very accurate. So maybe if Al-Ajeri has English books, but if possible, if you could like put your email in the chat, and if we find any English translations of the books that we have, we can share them.
Yeah, that would be super helpful. All right. And then I believe we're going to lead into breakout rooms. Yay. So now we're going to take about 15 to 20 minutes to connect with each other, other advocates, Myriam and Danah. And before I break you all out into your rooms, one discussion question that I would like for you all to ponder is, what is a unique or surprising way that you've either created change for light pollution, engaged with other decision makers, or led more conversations? And so while you ponder that question, I am going to break you all out into rooms. Right on, and here we go. All right, it looks like everyone's slowly coming back. Good conversations?
Yeah,
Nice.
enjoy.
Chris, I saw your mic going up and down, so you were talking a little bit.
The room was good. Yeah.
Good. Yay. Awesome.
I'm excited to find Donna some more stories for you and Myriam to create more. I
Yeah.
love that idea.
Well, we'll wait for you to submit one of
The
them.
idea is to have 10 before we publish the project. So far we have 8. I still
Oh.
need to work on the artwork for the other stories, and we're still taking some stories from our members and the public. We will announce it to the public that we are taking stories end of Ramadan. Now it's Ramadan, people are fasting, are not into writing stories. It's not the ideal time to tell them about writing stories. So once Ramadan is done, they will have free time to do things. So yeah.
Yeah, great.
And make sure you share your emails and, people's submissions in the Slack network so other advocates can share. So
Sure.
that'd
I
be
apologize not being very active on Slack.
no.
I used to when we were using Slack, but then we decided to move from Slack to another platform. So now I don't use Slack much. I know I'm missing out, but I log in from my old computer, so sometimes I read what I'm missing. So.
Well, if you want me to post, let me know. So
Yeah.
more than happy to, so you don't have to log back in.
Yeah, no, it is always logged in on my old laptop. So.
Oh, okay. Well, perfect then. Alrighty, it looks like it's just us 9 left. I'm going to close out by saying thank you so much for joining us for March's Advocate Action. I hope you enjoyed what you heard. I hope you're able to share it with others and join us again next week, really, because it's Night Matters. Chris, can you share the link to that? We're going to have 2 speakers come on and kind of talk about how they've gotten universities to align with lighting policies that Dark Sky has recommended, which kind of fits right alongside what we've talked about today. So, yep, thank you so much for that, Chris. Perfect. And then also, if you are not in the Slack Dark Sky Advocacy Network, I highly, highly, highly recommend. It's a great resource to not only connect with fellow advocates in your area, but others beyond and see what everyone's doing. It's a super great opportunity. And then I will post that in the chat as well, unless Chris, you beat me to it. But yeah, Myriam, Danah, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for speaking about your dark sky advocacy efforts in Bahrain. I know I butchered the pronunciation, but I will get it. Oh, perfect. Thanks. But also, in case anyone else has any questions or wants to connect with Myriam or Danah, please post your email in the chat so everyone can have it. That'd be super helpful. And with that, I hope everyone has a great rest of your day or night. Happy Ramadan, you too. And yeah, let's keep connecting. So see you later.
Thank you, Chris.
Everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.